Temples Colliding in Fire is the much anticipated third full length album from Inconcessus Lux Lucis, a Manchester, England based core duo who've expanded their ranks over time. And basically, this is a black metal band, a heavy metal band, and one that blurs the definition of those things as often as they can to produce exciting devotional music, which is both spiritual and kind of serving what it can to give dues to the heavy rock and heavy metal side of black metal. And the way they do that is through what I would consider blackened speed metal, thrash metal. There's enough gray area there. They write tuneful songs that are aggressive, and you'll see the signatures of those subgenres all over everything they've done since 2006. Although, admittedly, their first form under Hawthorne was much more of maybe a Dark Throne-esque black metal experiment. It was very straightforward and something that they didn't develop much out of until they changed the name of the band and changed the focus of the band to include their own knack and their own taste. Their first couple records were compared to bands that likely influenced them, like Absu, R Noir, and Destroyer 666, and contemporaries today, Deities and Craven Idol, will get you there for the most part. For their third record, they were compared to Funereal Presence a bit, although this is a different band that write a different style of song that are typically more centered around a standard hard rock song structure. So, different thing, and let's check out a song and just kind of get into it from there.
The soul of the furnace is the first forcing fire. Iron tempered in grace, born a magic Messiah. Behold.
It doesn't sound like Inconcessus Lux Lucis sourced their sound from a scene. It doesn't sound like they listened to everything out there and tried to be everything at once. They're trying to be themselves, and they've generally remarked that their influences come from a broader spectrum of standout artists, whether it's Dissection or Iron Maiden or Black Sabbath even. And what we get from that is there's kind of a swinging classic feeling to everything they're doing. They do pay a lot of dues to the actual finesse of performance and presentation as they reveal each song on this record. There is a bravado behind it, which is performative, and I think that really fits well with their goal of producing a black metal, heavy metal kind of hybrid, the way that it's developed over the course of 3 albums. This is probably some of the most straightforward songwriting from them and some of the most memorable songs from the band to date, and they do it well and in a way that it's very fitting. It was a natural record to walk into. It's got a lot of its own personality and atmosphere, but they're writing good songs at the same time, and I think getting that whole package at once and seeing it all work together so well it was off-putting, because I was expecting just another black thrash metal record, and in a way they put a lot of meaning and thought into these, where it's an evil heavy metal record at heart, but it really goes for the throat in terms of making memorable songs out of it. I really feel like that's a good enough sell here. There are bigger, better songs on here that you'd want to discover on your own. There's quicker and more exciting pieces here and there, but you get the nuance. It's a classic feeling heavy metal record from a black metal band, and I think that it's there's a lot of weight that goes with that you'll have to discover for yourself. Otherwise, I think it's just a fantastic looking record. I really like David Glomba's work in general. I think he's one of the best out there, and I think that the production values are especially good in getting their point across on this record. So it was perfect front to back in terms of the presentation and conveying their lyrics and all that. I was very appreciative to have the lyrics for this record. When I was writing about it, it really helped me get a feeling for what their goal was, as well as what happens on this record. So one of the better records of this month in June, one of the first records I'm talking about for June, and my first high recommendation there, a very high recommendation for this record. So check it out for yourself when it releases on June 7th, and read my review if you've got the time.